Hey Ben, I was wondering if you could please help improve my positional understanding. I thought I was making good moves, but the engine showed me I was pretty wrong about that assessment. Game 30 with the white pieces, my opponent ended up resigning, but there were a lot of things I could have done better. White's rated 1141 and black's rated 1123, and it's a 30-minute game. Played on chess.com. Okay, d5 is a mistake. Now black is close to losing already. Take it. So you did good. So far, you're playing great. I have no complaints. G3 is okay. Usually, when they play D5 and they don't take back with a pawn, you can grab the center. So you can play E4 and D4 and E4, knight F3 and D4. So this doesn't grab the center as much. Ugh. I could spend an hour explaining why bishop f5 is bad because I get paid by the hour. But it doesn't help black castle. It puts the bishop on a square it can get attacked. It weakens the b7 pawn. So bishop g2 and queen b3 are both annoying. It's a very poor move. e4 attacks the bishop. Okay, this is also good. You're playing great so far. Yeah, you don't want to play d3. You want to play d4 or f4, and in many instances, you want to play both. So here, after d4, you have close to a winning advantage. d3 is a backward d-pawn, which is quite weak. And if you don't know what a backward pawn is, the only person who knows what it is Farnsley69. If Farnsley69 is here, would you make yourself known? And he will explain to you about the backward d-pawn. The most inside joke I've ever told. Although he could be here, it's possible. He lurks. Nothing? All right, he's probably not here. He didn't say anything. Yeah, d3 is pretty passive. d4 is more aggressive. But still, if you play f4, you'll have the advantage. You still have a great position. Ooh, f5. Ooh, king's on e8. So he doesn't want to open it up with f5. Now you definitely want to play d4 and open the center with his king on e8. Knight b5 is also good because you're attacking his queen and you'll get the bishop pair, the dark squares. Taking's okay. You should take with the knight because the knight has access to good squares. Ooh, b5. Oh. Oh. We have a new candidate for the worst move of the game, and it is b5 until further notice. Here you have a very simple tactic, which you could have taken advantage of earlier, except now it wins material. You take this, c pawn is pinned, and you want to notice when a rook and a queen are lined up on the same file, or a rook and a king, because that's disadvantage for the bigger piece. Doesn't want to trade for the smaller piece. So this gives you a winning position because in one fell swoop, you get the two bishops, you win at least a pawn, and you ruin your opponent's pawn structure. d4 is also a good move, also winning. Again, knight take, but d5 is winning. Knight b8. Knight b8's not as bad as b5. Yeah, you're complaining about your play in the notes to the game, but you're playing fine. Your opponent is not playing fine. Yeah, you don't want to give up your bishop for this knight. So you want to take with the pawn, leave your bishop here. Your bishop's great. You don't want to trade it. Yeah, now you're a piece up. How did you win a piece? Oh, you just win a piece. It's funny because that means that bishop takes c6 is a good move. The engine prefers taking other things, but this just wins a piece. Yeah, so this is fine what you did. It wants you to not be a piece up, and it says even better. But okay, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I think ignore the engine for most of the game. You had improvements where you would have won more easily, but you won easily. And you played way better than your opponent. All the bad moves in the game were made by black. Your moves may not be the most accurate, but they were good enough, at least. So whatever the computer said about your play, you played fine. Your opponent, though, needs a lot of help. Like starting on move 1, d5 is a mistake, bishop f5 is a mistake. F5 is a mistake. B5 is a terrible mistake. And then knight b8 is a mistake, and so forth. So yeah, your opponent made all mistakes and you won easily. So that was you played fine that game. No, you ignore the engine. You played fine. Yeah, that keep playing like that. You'll be way higher rated than 1141. Somehow you and your opponent have like the same rating. All his moves were bad. But yeah, probably the engine's not happy that you missed knight b5 like 4 moves in a row, which like really crushes your opponent. No losing. Do as I say. Did you see the game his coach got crushed in the Olympiad? Who's coach? What? Not only that, but you're a musician, which doesn't differentiate you from anybody else on the internet, but still. Gotham's coach? I mean, he's not a strong player or a good coach, but I guess Gotham works well with him. Truth hurts. What he needs, Gotham, is to hire Kramnik and Hans $100,000 apiece and so forth. And then, and only then, will there be an exchange of sex for discounts.